The lizard hums tunelessly.
10 spans under, humans slept.
She looks to your left with one...
It helps me remember. Sometimes they don't stay where I put them.
She smiles at you with the innocence of a newborn.
Keeping watch.
She returns to her humming. She flinches as you move closer.
No, no touching.
Her humming fades. The eerie silence lasts for several seconds.
Riker might get mad. He doesn't like it when some...
She shivers and whispers.
Powerful sorcerer. Lives here, right in the garden. He can take the...
She points at her head.
The servants. They got nothing up there. Riker has it all now. They need to be freed. Only the servants. So lost. Chained by Sorcerer Riker. But
the ensuing silence lasts for several seconds.
This creature is as blank as a silent monk.
Dark. The masked servant.
This creature is as blank as a silent monk. Dark.
The servant grumbles. Within the stone garden's walls, peace be thy immortal fortune, relieved of toil, free of indignity, until thou art called to serve. Did you expect a needle? As you reach to push open the heavy door, the coils and whirls of engraved wood dance into a new pattern.
A little sorcerer, come to play. You are a sorcerer, are you not?
Silence greets your answer. In the distance, you hear the screech of an eagle. Worryingly closer, you hear some kind of a moan. Time passes. At last, the lips on the door creak open, and the door speaks.
Enter.
The face melts back into the wood of the door, and the whirls swirl.
Looked like I found Riker's place.
A pity the location.
Yes, hoping for a warm welcome.
Inadequate.
The salamander's tongue flickers, tasting you on the air. It turns away with a grunt.
Truly beautiful poetry on the page. A visitor. Such a rare and exquisite pleasure.
The elf tilts his head backwards, but his squinted eyes don't stray from you.
Call me Riker. Please, do avail yourself of my creature comforts. You've surely come a long way. Look around you, good sir. I live among the graves. I'd be a most unsavory neighbor if I let... And yet, I suspect there's even more to know about you. Isn't that right, Godwilken? So much potential, but still so naive. It is my very business to know things. I also see you are not yet whole.
He presses a slender forefinger against his tight lips and...
I'm not a generous man, but I could give you what you seek if you offer something in return. A completely fair exchange between sorcerers. Let's not be so secretive, my good fellow. You're dying to show off those smoldering talents of yours. You just don't know how to handle them. I can help you with that. I can share my bond with the source with you, fill your well to the brim, make you a master. The rest of the story, you must go to the Black Pits. There's a cavern there. In it, you'll find a stone tablet of considerable value.
He points to the location.
Bring it to me.
Dizziness. It lasts just a moment, but long enough for you to feel Amadia's presence. You hear no words, yet understand. It's imperative you accept Riker's bargain. The episode passes. Riker is peering at you intently. He awaits your reply.
It's a miracle of the ancients. Priceless, really, and powerful enough to draw the magic. I won't bore you with further detail. Suffice it to say, it is safer in my hands than in theirs.
Riker's lips stretch and his cheeks bulge, but you couldn't rightly call his unusual grimace a...
I'm a man of taste, as you no doubt see. A relic this significant would make an incredible addition to my collection. Don't deny an old elf a promise you'd best fulfill.
Riker bows his head deep.
Then you'll have the power you seek, if not the power that trumps it. There will always be one greater. Now please. Striking language. Smart writing is a forgotten art.
The salamander's tongue flickers, tasting you on the air. It turns towards you, letting out a long, low rumble, followed by a series of hisses and chat. The lizard takes a step towards you, and its chattering grows louder. You feel like it's trying to tell you something, but you've no idea what. The salamander's tongue flickers. As you approach, the salamander turns its head away.
Death prowls above. Ascend only.
Locked in perpetual prayer. Keep trying, my friend.
In death, the dwarves give eagles life. In death, the dwarves give eagles life. An elegant passing for an inelegant people.
The eagle glowers at you with one baleful eye, keeping the other eye firmly trained on the stringy morsels of rotting flesh dangling from its beak. Biting deep into the rotting flesh, your senses are assailed with a rank odor of meat long past its prime. Your memory wavers and becomes not your own, but you see myriad wings flapping, your hand scattering birdseed. You hear the screeching of eagles, the tearing of flesh. All of your life is centered on this place, this pedestal of death. The eagle glowers at you balefully, with eyes like shiny little buttons. One manicured and beribboned claw shoots forth to claim the stringy offal before him. Stretching his neck...
Pretty eyes! Eyes that see far!
The eagle's own eyes glitter with avarice.
Master tied them on! Pretty ribbons! Match my pretty claws! Match your pretty eyes!
Peck, peck, peck. The eagle pecks free some choice lump of gristle from deep within the corpse. He swallows it whole, dark blood dripping from his beak, and matting the fluffy feathers at his throat.
Master died, but Master told me what to do. All my life told me you are what you eat. So I do. I will become the Master, unless you are not the new Master. Think me an owl? A wren? I am an eagle. I know my place in this world. So should you. Leave Master...
He ostentatiously fluffs up his feathers and turns back to his sordid repast.
Fierce and feminine. An age-old symbol of dwarven womanhood.
What's this? I found something.
The headless statue looms over you. Its plinth bears the same rotation scratches as its counterpart. The headless statue looms over you. The plinth of the statue... The sculpture looks impossible. The bitter air warms as your eyes close.
What's this? I found something.
Vilnix Creever. Almost sounds like a lizard name. But here...
These are lizard remains. But in the human section of the graveyard, something's amiss.
You lay your hand on the withered lizard. You struggle to focus on the so-called healer looking down at you. Nothing but a human quack. The end is near. You can sense it. You croak out a last plea, to be burned in the lizard tradition. But it only comes out as an unintelligible squeak.
You savage! I hope you choke on me!
The spirit does not talk to you, though the pain in its eyes is all too...
This part is gated off from the rest. Whoever is buried here must have been important.
Here rests the dwarven hero Bromley. She served Lucian the Divine with honor and Here rests the lizard hero Vidya. She served Lucian the Divine with great dignity and vanquished the strange beasts that arose. Here rests the human hero Garrick. He served Lucian. Here rests the elven hero Haller. He served Lucian the Divine with great vigor and defended the farmers who feed Reaper's Coast against pitiless bandits. Suddenly, the earth churns and buckles upwards in several places. Something...
Godwoken! You must fall! The God King demands...
You must fall, so that we may rise.
Let your blood quench our roots, so we may grow.
The covenant shall be fulfilled.
Taste steel, Godwoken!
These graves shall be yours now, Godwoken.
servant of the God King. Laugh at your mortal weapons. Prepare yourself.
Greet the Reaper for me.
sense something nearby. I'll yield to none.
skill?
The spirit keeps glancing back.
How can I help?
The chest before you is covered in old ancient empire pictograms. You consider trying to find some lockpicks in your bag, but looking at the chest, you hear a deep rumbling from inside the chest, and a voice emerges. It hisses and clicks, but doesn't make any sense. The chest responds with more hissing. It's a language, but you don't understand it. Given the pictograms, the chest before you is covered in old ancient empire pictograms. You hear a deep rumbling from inside the chest.
This chest recognizes Consul Zara as master. Speak her words or return me to the flames. This chest opens for the words of Consul Zara, not apes, not kin, not the gods themselves. This chest recognizes you as a liar and a poor thief.
The chest before you is... You hear a deep rumbling.
Later.
The chest before you is covered in old ancient... You hear a deep rumbling from inside. The chest responds with more. The chest before you is covered... You hear a deep rumbling from inside the chest, and a voice emerges.
Buying or selling?
Of the void. What kind of rat would sell such filth?
The kind that don't fancy starving along with the rest of this town. It's all well and good for you with your rations. We've got to take what we can get.
Keep talking, Wolf, and you'll end up eating sawdust from a cell floor.
Keeping it together, Bree. Smells worse over here than a dozen raw eggs dropped in a banana.
Back for a return visit, are you?
Hey, don't come visit me, Tug. Who will? Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it.
Yep.
Glad to see you well.
Why, I offer nothing less than the wisdom of the ancients.
Vapid fiction, look for the knowledge of the
Until later, then.
Keeping it together, Bree?
I'm all right, as long as I don't think about it too much.
You're safe among friends. Never forget it. Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a banana vinegar. Hey, don't come visit me, Tug. Who will?
Unabated. This world of war and cruelty they created. Look into eye, they got nothing to it. Yes, shall not stop till all the world awake.
You want an engraved invitation every time? You know the way in.
Impressive. They'll see the spirit of the one stronger in you than anyone else have seen. Even Murga.
The lizard hums tunelessly.
10 spans under, humans slept. 10 spans up, the dwarves were kept. Lizard...
She looks to your left with one eye.
It helps me remember. Sometimes they don't stay where I...
She smiles at you with the innocence of a newborn. The hums...
Keeping watch.
She returns to her hum. She flinches.
No.
Her humming fades.
Riker might get mad. He doesn't like it. No, I do it because I like it. Don't cause trouble.
She shivers and whispers.
He's a powerful sorcerer. Lives.
She points at her head.
The servants.
The ensuing silence lasts for several seconds, until she picks up the melody.
Apple tater cheese.
The rat's tail twists and untwists. His ears.
Food.
I hear something scurrying around.
The turtle looks up at you. Slowly. It looks down. Slowly.
Lucky in life, unlucky in love.
She lets loose a long sigh. She inhales.
Oh, Rory, the rat. He's just over there. He's Grace. I'm Gruel. I'm too. If only I could keep up. I could grow sweet things. I like bees. Oh, how kind. But I don't like butter. You could try nectar. Do rats like nectar? Maybe cheese? Oh, that's too bad.
She grins at her own joke.
No time, need food. Hungry cheeseberry.
The rat vacuums up your scent. Its whiskers twitch.
Food.
talk hungry.
The rat's tail twists.
Food, food, food.
The turtle looks up at you.
Lucky in life, unlucky in love. Oh, he does love a good nibble. If it meant he'd stick around, maybe you could drop some victuals next to me. They say the way to a rat's, I forget, used to be the ladies. Riker now, nice I like, made the soil under you soft.
No time, need food.
The rat's tail.
Food.
Nice to finally come out of my shell. May the soil under your feet soft.
We make a cute couple.
masked creature grunts 3 times at the sight of you. It reaches its arm out. Clasped in its hand is a crumpled parchment. You take the page, and the servant returns to its hollow existence. The salamander's tongue flickers, tasting you on the air. It turns towards you, letting out a long, low rumble, followed by a series of hisses and chattering clicks. The lizard takes a step towards you, and its chattering grows louder. You feel like it's trying to Here rests some of Granson Locke. May the rest of him find peace.
As beautiful as always, if unwilling to whisk me away from this place. I've spotted something.
A man paces back and forth, puffing anxiously on a pipe. His face is creased with tiredness. The faint coppery hue of...
If you're looking for healing or the like, then you'd best look elsewhere. My plate is full for now.
The man chomps on the bit of his pipe, generating a small cloud of nervous smoke. Finally, he plucks it from his mouth and clears his throat.
I came by a new patient, a young woman, very troubled. I'll do what I can for her, but I'll need...
He gestures with his pipe for you to leave.
I'm still trying to figure that out. She seems afflicted with some sort of rabidness. It makes her difficult. I had no choice but to lock her in my cellar. For her safety and my own. Fine. You can help. Just be careful. I wasn't jesting before. She was already a powerful sorcerer by the looks of things. But whatever it is that's happened to her, Be ready to flee, if necessary. She's badly afflicted, but still powerful. Be careful. She's badly afflicted, but still powerful. Be careful. Why? Another person. I need to get close. She's badly afflicted, but still powerful. Be careful. She's badly afflicted, but still powerful. Be careful. Why would
Another
someone
go.
do this
Sharper,
to another
angrier.
person?
Then the sound of rapid footfalls rushing towards you.
no way to help.
Prepare yourself.
young woman lies still on the floor, her breathing an uneven rasp. Swan's satchel of surgical tools. Swan approaches, cradling his arm with a grimace of pain.
Those summons of hers broke my arm. I'll do what I can to help, but the rest is up to you. Tread carefully. One false move and she's dead.
Swan carefully holds her head steady with his one good arm. Something moves along her exposed lobe. It's a maggot of some kind. The maggot is caught in the pinch of the tweezers and plucked off in a single, swift movement. The woman's breathing has grown shallow as she hovers between life and death. All you can do is close her up and hope for the best. Swan shakes his head with a sigh.
I can't. The work's too delicate to do one-handed.
You try to replace the bone extract. It doesn't seem to line up with the hole very well. You shove it in as best you can and draw the scalp down over it. Your hand passes over the needle and thread in Swan's satchel and instead fishes out a roll of bandages. You wrap the woman's head tightly. The woman's breathing grows stronger, more even. Colour flushes her cheeks.
She's alive. You did it. I've never seen anything like that, not in 20 years. I'll tend to her here for a while. She shouldn't be moved yet. She'll want to thank you once she comes round, I'm sure. She survived.
A spillage all over the floor. The young woman blinks as she struggles to focus her vision on you. She looks weak, pale, but already visibly more.
It's you. I remember your face in the darkness. You saved me. The Magisters arrested me in Arcs for sorcery. They strapped me to a table, and they put something in my head. They put me on a caravan bound for Fort Joy. They said I was going to become a pet for the hammer. I could feel myself changing. I tore off. I remember hearing screams, feeling the blood of others on my hands, in my mouth, and then I woke up here.
That was damn fine work you pulled off there. I'll keep an eye on her until she's ready to fend for herself. If you find yourself in need of potions or healing, be sure to come to me. It's the least I can do. Help yourself. Everything I've got. Until next time, take care of yourself.
I'm starting to feel like myself again. Finally.
What's that? It sounds like there's a battle unfolding nearby.
The shaggy dog keeps his distance, wary eyes sizing you up as his hackles...
You run away, everyone here run away, all run from something. Like sticks, balls? Understand, I ran away from bad man. Very bad man. Man wanted to make me spider food. I know, I can sniff good and bad, Riker bad. Bad man, so bad. I liked his house, big garden of stones, lots and lots of bones to dig. Good, tasty bones. But when I sniffed him, how he is for true, I ran and ran and ran.
He paws a few tentative steps closer and sniffed.
Smell not like dog, like wolf, but not bad like Riker. Good wolf.
He bounds forwards and licks your face effusively. His breath stinks of graveyard clay and ancient bones. Immediately, you feel an allergic reaction developing on your cheek. Hot red blotches spread. The dog scurries away to sniff about the area, leaving you with his...
Looks like this place has seen better days. Much better days.
Gareth toils in monotony. Gareth freezes, then turns slowly towards you. His breaths are steady, his voice a monotone.
I'll have to insist you show some respect, Godwoken. I'm putting my murdered parents to rest.
Gareth moves to continue his task, but his cadence faltered.
No, of course you didn't, Godwoken. I've seen Seeker's blood seeping into the sand. I waded through corpses on the deck of the Lady Vengeance. I just didn't know. I didn't know what darkness lied beyond Dallas's pets. Such helpful tools they are, too. The abominations do the dirt. They're still there, spreading their rancid smell through the house. Paladins came to clean up the mess. In the name of Lucian, they say.
Gareth shies away from you. His eyes pass over the half-filled graves, and he takes a shuddering breath.
I'm the one who has prayed. An endless litany. How many pleas does it take?
Gareth forcefully exhales and looks past you to the nearby house. You fear he might snap the shovel's handle in two.
If you'd asked me yesterday, I'd have said they were the only ones left in the Divine Order worth their weight in salt. I have honored them. Today, though, I don't know. The Paladins once fought the Black Ring at Lucian's command. The most courageous thing they could do now is turn their backs on the Order. I'm not holding my breath. I've no use for empty platitudes. Not from a walking skeleton chosen as the Seven's divine pet.
You swear you hear Gareth's pulse, galloping faster than a saddled mount. You've never heard such a thing before, but you suspect Gareth's heart is close.
If you want to help, then you find the craven wight that ordered their slaughter. Anyone that stands between you and truth, no matter the flag they fly or creed they follow, make them bleed!
His clenched jaw tightens further, and then, in an instant, Gareth's guard is broken. Tears well in his eyes, with...
My parents, they did nothing to deserve this. I'd give my own life to bring them back. I never... You're right. There's nothing more to be done here. Lucian, forgive me.
Monster, pure and simple. All of them are.
The two paladins Gareth mentioned are arguing in front of the door to the modest farmstead. As they notice your arrival, they stop talking and look at you quizzically.
We're guarding this house. Wise to stay well back. There's a bunch of silent monks inside who've tasted blood today. Already killed in there, so they did. They didn't kill anybody. The Magisters who controlled them did. You know Donna, she wouldn't hurt a fly. Not until they turned her. But they did turn her. And now she's not Donna anymore. Get it through your head. The poor creature... No, wait! Surely, maybe someday they can be fixed. When all this source nonsense...
The other paladin rolls his eyes and shakes his head as he turns to face...
In any event, it's our business, not yours. You just stay well away from the door and you'll be perfectly safe. You can't do that. They were people who were loved. It's not right to butcher them like cattle. Back off, man. Can't you see he's upset enough about...
The two paladins Gareth mentioned are arguing in front of the door to the modest farmstead. As they notice your arrival, they stop talking and look at you quizzically.
We're guarding it. And believe me, you don't want to go in there. There's a bunch of silent monks inside who've tasted... I don't think so. Stay out of our business. I can't. That's Donna in there. Back off. Back off. That creature. It's not Donna, not anymore. It's the Magister's property. Let them have it. That thing isn't Donna. It's a monster, pure and simple. All of them are.
The two paladins Gareth mentioned...
We're guarding this house. They didn't kill anybody. But they did turn her. No, wait! Surely...
The other paladin rolls his eyes and...
In any event, it's our business, not yours. You just stay well away from the door and you'll be perfectly safe. We're guarding it! And believe me, you don't want to go in there. There's a bunch of silent monks inside who've tasted blood today. Already killed in there, so they did. I don't think so. Stay out of our business. Back off. Lucian's blessings, but I can't bring myself to do it. That creature. It's not Donna, not anymore. It's the Magister's property. Let them handle it. Besides, what's the alternative? Guard this door forever? Feed them like pets? Get yourself together, man.
Good find.
That thing isn't Donna. It isn't anyone. It's a monster, pure and simple. All of them are. That creature. It's not Donna. Not anymore. It's the Magister's property. Let them handle it.
This Magister didn't die by a sword anyway. Something's afoot here.